Howdy, folks. I'm stepping in for Buffalo Bill, who is busy expanding his recollections for a future full production of his years as a stage actor. In these segments, we're talking about his collaborators during those years. Here, he focuses on Texas Jack Onahundro. From Buffalo Bill. The topic I'm addressing is my 14-year stage acting career, which started in 1872 in a production called Scouts of the Prairies. I'm focusing on cast members and roles they played in building and expanding my foundation as an actor, and their impact on my subsequent role as a showman in a 30-year run of Buffalo Bill's Wild West show. In my last segment, I mentioned that when I went to Chicago to appear in Scouts, my pard for life, that's what I called them, Texas Jack Onahundro, came with me. How close were we? You may remember that I was awarded the Medal of Honor as a result of an encounter with an Indian band at the Loup River in Nebraska. Well, if it wasn't for Texas Jack, that award would have been posthumous. Texas Jack, mounted on horseback, shot and killed the Indian warrior from over 100 yards, just as the warrior pulled the trigger to shoot me. I didn't escape injury. The bullet grazed my skull. However, I lived to tell the tale. That kind of life-saving act by itself cemented our unbreakable bond of friendship. However, there was much more to our relationship. Texas Jack was born in Virginia in 1846. I was born in the same year. He fought on the losing side of the Civil War, acting as a scout for Jeb Stuart, which negatively affected his standing as a scout and guide when he moved to the plains after the war. He moved to Texas and became a cowboy, working cattle drives from the grazing fields to rail yards and onward to market. In 1869, he relocated north to Nebraska, where I met Texas Jack, talked to him, and helped secure him a position as a scout and guide. We also worked together as guides in highly publicized hunts, organized by the Army and privately for very important persons. We worked the plains for 3 years. My admiration and partnerships with Texas Jack grew to the point that together we proceeded to Chicago to perform in Ned Buntline's Scouts of the Prairies. We performed on stage for a period of 4 years. Our stagecraft evolved in a way which highlighted Texas Jack's cowboy skills. One skill which became emblematic of a cowboy was performing with a lasso, twirling it above his head while in dialogue. His tales often centered on his experience with cattle drives, thrilling audiences. So, over time, we started to divide our roles into 2 genres, me as scout on the one hand, and Texas Jack, cowboy, on the other. Dime novels began to pick up on the cowboy theme, and Texas Jack became, if not the first, amongst the first cowboy frontier heroes. A hard worker, having an enduring spirit, a man of principle, and loyal, entrusted with care of driving an owner's herd of cattle over treacherous territory, violent weather, rattlesnakes, and facing hostile Indians and cattle thieves, and yes, not averse to facing and dealing out violence. As I recounted in the previous segment, Texas Jack fell in love with Cass' Italian ballerina, who danced and played an Indian princess with an Italian accent. Texas Jack married her, and after 4 years they departed my combination to form their own. We continued our friendship, but tragically, when he was only 34, Texas Jack succumbed to pneumonia. I was grief-stricken. Years later, I took the entire cast of my Wild West show to his gravesite, where we paid him tribute. Even then, I still choked up in eulogizing his memory and recounting what he meant to me. His inspiration was a driving force for cowboy themes in my Wild West show. The use of the Deadwood coach and other cowboy themes were instrumental in creating the vision of cowboys in Texas Jack's likeness, which continued into movies and TV in cowboy heroes like Roy Rogers, Cartwrights in Bonanza, and shows like Rawhide, and expanding into Western motifs about lawmen like Wyatt Earp, Bat Masterson, Marshall Dillon in Gunsmoke, and so many more. One final observation. In recounting my Medal of Honor, my regret, besides me, there were also 2 cavalrymen awarded the Medal of Honor, but not Texas Jack. Sadly, I believe, because of his days as scout for the Confederacy. I owe Texas Jack my life. May he rest in peace. Until next time, happy trails.